Just imagine, you become so incredibly handsome that the moment you step out of the house, a crowd of girls gathers, and controlling themselves in the face of your beauty is simply beyond their capabilities. Something similar happens in our story today. Our story begins with the Munsah family. For several generations, they have been among the most beautiful people. People adore them because of their beauty, and this was their method of earning money. Their eldest son, Bo, is a TikTok star. Because of his captivating face, he has millions of followers. Besides that, he also helps ordinary boys get dates with girls. His father was also excessively handsome in his time and broke girls' hearts regularly. He had dated 1,200 girls and finally found the mother of his children. His wife was also quite beautiful but was a bit more masculine. Now this even I want. Their younger son, Kyulin, is the most handsome in the house. The entire family of their beauty, but Kyulin wished he could ordinary life. He often thought that if he were a little less handsome, a crowd of girls wouldn't cheer every time he went out. Just a glimpse of his beautifulness would make girls go crazy. Some would have nosebleeds, while others would start pulling their hair and jumping around. The result was that Kyulin had never even been able to talk to a girl until now. He didn't go out much and had been studying from home until now. Apart from his fish, Kyulin had no one to talk to. He would play cards alone and keep talking to his fish. His family was very worried about his behavior. His brother Bo would often show him pictures of beautiful girls and pump him up. "Go, bro! Go find out what girls in the world are like." But Kyulin would say that he wanted a girl who was completely indifferent to his beauty. He wanted girls to like him for his heart. When no trick worked, the family thought of a new method. They planned to pretend to be poor so they could force Kyulin to go to school. One night, when Kyulin got up to drink water, he overheard his parents talking about how from now on, they would only eat eggs for breakfast to save money for Kyulin's home tuition. Hearing this, he felt very guilty, and the next morning he decided to go to school to study. Hearing this, the whole family danced with joy. But then Kyulin said, "I will only go to an all-boys school." Everyone's mood soured a bit, but they were still happy that at least he would step out of the house. On the first day of school, Bo dropped him off on his bike. But even after getting off the bike, Kyulin walked in wearing his helmet. He had decided to wear the helmet the entire day so no one would pay attention to his beauty. But the opposite happened. Because of the helmet, all the kids started staring at him. A boy named City and his gang went to bother him. When the teacher arrived, she asked Kyulin to remove his helmet. Reluctantly, Kyulin had to take off his helmet, and everyone saw his heart-melting face. After this, the teacher ended up straight in the hospital because seeing Kyulin made her breath stop. Kyulin ran straight home, but the mischievous boys caught him on the way. They locked him in a storeroom and started introducing themselves like superheroes. These three had been stuck in school for the past 3 years because City just wanted to go to the party with the school's most beautiful girl, Amanda. Amanda only listens to handsome boys, so they thought of making Kyulin their messenger. Then they threatened a decent boy named Keyboard and made him their companion. A little later, Kyulin went to the principal to complain about these mischievous boys. The poor principal was himself troubled because of his son. He started telling Kyulin, "Just get a girlfriend, bro, from this crazy booth," so that his son would leave school ASAP. Kyulin was very happy to find a good friend in Keyboard. The next morning, the two of them reached the BBM school, where girls started screaming the moment they saw them. "Get that helmeted boy out. Who knows how ugly he is?" The girls collectively teased him. The moment he took off his helmet, mayhem broke out in the entire school. A few hours later, it was even on the news that girls were going crazy because of Kyulin. Someone had a nosebleed, while others were vomiting here and there. The school's most beautiful girl, Amanda, also fell in love with him after seeing him on the news. She decided that she would make Kyulin hers. When the news spread everywhere, thousands of girls started gathering outside Kyulin's house. His family started charging an entry ticket to the house to make money. When Kyulin secretly saw all this, he realized that his family had used him. When they called him and asked him to return home, Kyulin flatly refused. Moreover, seeing his fish in a bad state because of so many girls broke his heart even more. Now he was hiding from the girls searching for him on a building's rooftop. Suddenly, a girl came from behind and said, "You're not planning to jump, are you?" Kyulin looked at her in surprise because she was the first girl who didn't faint upon seeing him. Seeing her, Kyulin's heartbeat increased, and he couldn't even speak. After this, that girl didn't say anything either and left. A little later, he went to Keyboard's house to spend the night. Keyboard and his grandmother took great care of him. He was very happy to see some very rare cards in Keyboard's room because he also had a hobby of collecting such cards. The next day, the two went to the girls' school to find the rooftop girl. There they met Amanda, to whom they gave City's letter. Amanda started pretending to be indifferent to Kyulin's beauty, but the moment he left, a nosebleed started from Amanda's nose too. On the CDO, likely a location, he saw that girl again, but because of the crowd of girls around him, he couldn't talk to her. For the next few days, Kyulin and Keyboard stayed together, and a deep friendship developed between them. The next day, Keyboard took Kyulin to watch a football match where he used to go to meet a girl named Vicky. Keyboard liked this girl a lot. After the match, Kyulin's eyes suddenly fell on the rooftop girl. He just kept staring at her. Then Keyboard came and introduced them, saying her name was Rare. Only then did Kyulin realize that Keyboard also liked this girl. Rare and Keyboard were very good friends, and seeing them together made Kyulin jealous. He couldn't even sleep properly at night because he couldn't understand what to do. Finally, he remembered that his brother Bo was a love guru. He should ask him for help. The next morning, seeing Kyulin in front of him, Bo's eyes lit up. He had wanted to help Kyulin talk to girls for so long. By now, Kyulin had also forgiven his family because if he hadn't gone out, he wouldn't have met Rare either. Then both brothers went shopping, where Bo advised Kyulin on how to impress a girl. Kyulin did exactly that, but he realized that he didn't know Rare as well as Keyboard did. But he still didn't want to give up. One day, Amanda came to the boys' school and invited Kyulin to her birthday party, and along with it, she also handed him a phone, saying, "Baby, you have to call me on this. Okay?" Then in the evening, Keyboard took Kyulin to where Rare was. There, Kyulin understood that Rare also liked Keyboard. Seeing them together, he felt jealous. Later, after Keyboard left, he directly asked Rare if she liked Keyboard. At first, she denied it, but when Kyulin lied that Keyboard was in love with Amanda, Rare's face suddenly fell. Now it was clear that Rare liked Keyboard too. After this, returning home, Kyulin called Amanda and asked for her help, and she, being in love with Kyulin, was ready to do anything. Then the next day, at Amanda's birthday party, when both Kyulin and Keyboard arrived, Amanda suddenly started paying attention to Keyboard instead of Kyulin. She pulled him aside, and just then, Rare also arrived at the party. Rare's eyes fell on Amanda, who was kissing Keyboard. Seeing this, the poor girl's heart broke, and she ran away. Kyulin followed her and confessed his love. Rare replied that she only considered him a friend. So Kyulin had not only betrayed his only friend but also didn't get the girl. What could be worse than this? Meanwhile, City and his lackeys also saw Keyboard and Amanda kissing, and in anger they beat Keyboard badly. Kyulin stood watching from afar but didn't have the courage to save Keyboard. Later, he brought Keybo home. Seeing his friend in pain, Kyulin realized he had made a huge mistake. He was filled with regret for his actions, and finally, he told Keyboard the whole story. Keyboard was stunned by this betrayal. He said that if he had known Kyulin also liked Rare, he would have stepped back himself. But after Kyulin's betrayal, he didn't want to remain his friend. He didn't talk to anyone and locked himself in his room. Kyulin missed his friend terribly. At home, his mother gave him his fish, which was perfectly safe and sound. Listening to his mother's words, Kyulin realized how much people loved him. Now he decided he would definitely win Keyboard back. The next morning, he went to Rare and told her the whole truth. After this, he went to Keyboard's place to try to apologize. At first, Keyboard kept sulking, but through the conversation, Kyulin got Keyboard to admit how much he loved Rare. Later, it turned out that Rare was listening to everything on the phone. Finally, the misunderstandings between those two were cleared up. A few days later, everyone went to the dance party, where Keyboard's partner was Rare, and Kyulin's partner was Amanda. Finally, Cullen and Amanda won the title of King and Queen of the Dance. While on stage, Cullen was looking at all the girls going crazy for him. He heard a girl's voice say, "He's not even that good-looking." Hearing this, Cullen's heart started beating once more, and his eyes started searching unknown girl. So, if you were to become handsome for just one day, what would you do? Be sure to tell us in the comments.